Aquarius darlings, welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Judgement Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thank you for coming back to watch another weekly. If you would like a personal reading or a live coaching session, or you want to work with me with healing, or you would like to purchase a personal tarot reading package, please hop on over to capellawellness.com. There are also links in the description box below to take you straight there. I want to wish you guys a wonderful, transformative, beautiful week. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you are doing well, and I hope all is beautiful in your sector of the universe. So, oh, and I also send you much love and many, many blessings. What we're going to do here, Aries, is we're going to see what is going on with you at this time, what obstacles you are encountering, and what lessons you are learning from this to help you with your spiritual growth, because that's what this is about. We're then going to see what guidance Spirit has for you and how to best navigate these energies, what's going on with love, relationships for you, and lastly, we're going to see what this new moon solar eclipse in Taurus is bringing you. Okay, I'm actually doing this the day of the eclipse. My guides wanted me to hold off on the fire sign readings, and I'm doing them now. So, but remember, these energies, they last quite a while, so it's not like everything's going to happen in one day. All right, Aries, let's see. What is going on with you at this time? Judgment card. Okay. Oh, a Magician at the bottom. Gemini energy. We got two majors going on here. All right, Aries, we have Judgment. This is Judgment Day for you. I'm hearing with this energy, this is like a rebirth. This is awakening. Either you're going through your awakening phase right now, or you are now at like some sort of, there's an end and a beginning here. It's like I'm hearing you're moving towards the next phase of your healing journey, your awakening, your transformational journey. There is something that God is going to be looking at right now, saying, okay, where is Aries with this now? Have they learned, the lessons they need to learn up to this point? Have they been really working towards their life's purpose, or their healing, their self-transformation journey? There's something I'm actually seeing God's, the Spirit there, just looking at two different things. It's kind of like he's going through a rundown of everything that you've done, Aries, and he's deciding what is going to be happening next, or where you're going to go next. This is also about, I'm hearing trust. And I don't normally get trust with this Judgment card, but okay, now I'm hearing it, because God is saying, trust in what I am doing for your spiritual growth. That's exactly what I heard. Trust in my plan, because it is according to God's plan, not anybody else's plan. We think we know what we want. We think we know what we're doing. But God's like, no, I see everything. I create everything. And I know exactly what is going to be best for you. So that's what I'm getting with this, okay? There's like this freedom here. This sense of like liberation. It's kind of like you are going through this process where you know that like what doesn't serve you it should be put, what's it called? It should be walked away from. This is also about understanding what forgiveness is. Okay. That in order to forgive, you forgive yourself first, and forgiveness frees you from those low vibrational energies. It frees you from being stuck. It frees you from unblocking. It helps you unblock those things that have been weighing heavy on you so that the new can come in, right? This is needed, where we're just like releasing all of this stuff, and we let ourselves soar. You see how her spirit's coming out, and just like this ballerina, and she's completely free. She's, this is a new beginning for her. And she's like, it's a very significant beginning, where some of you have really gone through quite a bit. And it's like, you know what? I'm going through this next phase. And even though it might be a little bit challenging, the old me is dying off and the new me is emerging. I get like Scorpio energy with this as well, or like the death card, okay? But again, I am hearing that this is Judgment Day for some of you, where it's like, okay, where are you going to go next? And if you haven't been learning your lessons, because this is about learning some significant life lessons, it's about understanding your life story and your purpose here, okay? And if some of you aren't learning those yet, you know, God's going to say, okay, I'm going to give you more lessons to learn, or I'm going to put this in your path and take this from you and do this, this, and that. And that's going to get you to better understand, all right, you know, this is like make or break time, and I really need to go forward with this. All right. There is a sense of, what's that word? Like action here. I'm hearing crossroads or something. I'm seeing Two of Wands with this, where it's kind of like, okay, there's a significant decision that you need to make. And if you're kind of stuck here, this is a very big thing that some of you have to be paying attention to with regards to your life's purpose. All right? Because this decision that you make will determine your destiny. All right? Your future. And here's the Magician here with the underlying energy. Understanding that you have unlimited potential. It's like, I have to find the magic within myself and create that reality, right? You're going to be utilizing this, and it's just like, okay, either I stay stuck in the past, I stay stuck in these negative energies, these negative thoughts, and continue to live the life that I know doesn't serve me, or continue to live a life of just pure boredom, disappointment, because look what's after that. I was just talking about that Four of Cups. You either stay in the Four of Cups energy where you're just like, life sucks, I'm not going to do anything about it, I don't want blessings that are coming to me, I'm not grateful for what I have. You know, if that's your energy, Aries, this is about you getting out of that, because those negative thoughts here, you're going to create a reality of boredom, of disappointment. If nothing's happening, miracles won't happen if you sit there and do nothing, right? Miracles won't happen if you take the cup that God is giving you, the blessings that God is giving you, and you're like, I don't really see that as a blessing. Even the most challenging things in life, Aries, they can be your biggest blessings, okay? So that's probably what the huge decision is some of you guys have to make. Either you're going to stay in this you know, energy where nothing is going on, or you're going to use the magic within you to create that life for yourself, right? Again, your thoughts create things. Taking inspired action. Like I said, God's telling you, okay, are you doing what I've told you to do? Are you, you know, learning your lessons? Are you really working towards your Dharma? Are you seeing the magic within you to create that life that you want? Because at the end of the day, you have all that you need, Aries, to create the life that you want. But you have to believe in that magic, not just within yourself, but to believe in the universe. Believe that through God, all things are possible. All right. So let's see what the obstacle here is. I'm also hearing, for those of you who've already been on that path and you have been doing your life's work, and you have been continuing to move forward with making those decisions for your highest good and not getting caught up in the mundane of the world, or not listening to what everybody tells you to that is low vibrational, God is going to reward those greatly. There's significant rewards that come with this Judgment card. Again, that's what God does. It's Judgment Day. Okay, are you going to get your blessings, Aries, or not? Or am I going to give you more lessons to learn, type of thing? But a significant phase in your journey is ending and a new one is beginning with this. All right. This is also something for somebody here. You need to stop judging yourself and judging others. All right. That's for somebody specific. Let's see what the obstacle here is. What is the obstacle with this situation for Aries? Oh my gosh. See, look what I say about the Death card. It's right there at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Cups. All right. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It doesn't have to be. But for some of you, this is a choice where, do I walk away from this person and really just like face that fear of walking from someone who is giving me unrequited love, walking away from someone who's giving me unrequited love, who is canceling events, who is not really opening their heart, who's not able to communicate their feelings who has a hard time being vulnerable, that could be a decision that some of you guys are dealing with, all right? It's like, it's either going to be, you're going to make the choices for your highest good, or you're going to continue to stay in these energies where if you're dealing with somebody who is not giving you back that love at this time, then it's time for you to like face those fears of walking away from this person. All right, because with that death card at the bottom of the deck, that challenge, some of you, you're very challenged by this. Some of you, this is hard to do. You have to wake up. You have a purpose here. This is your life's calling with the Judgment card. Heed the call. And you guys know that you've been hearing stuff, okay? Some of you are being told you need to walk away from this person, Aries. Because it's like some of you are going into cycles, but some of you are very fearful of doing that. You're going to have to face your shadows here. This is about reinventing yourself, okay? You're no longer going to get into these energies where if somebody who just can't, you know, offer you their cup, then you have to walk away from what doesn't serve you. This is a huge transition. There are a lot of major transitions going on with you, Aries. There are big decisions that you need to make, and this is what this eclipse is doing. And this is just the start of eclipse season, guys. If you don't already know, we're in the solar eclipse with Taurus. And Taurus is in the North Node. The North Node is in Taurus right now. And then on May 16th, we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. That is going to be a doozy. So what you do now is going to affect how this eclipse, this lunar eclipse, is going to affect you on the 16th. So make sure you make the right choice. Okay? So, but again, you have free will. This is just guidance being given to you. You know, nobody's forcing you to take anything. But, you know, if you know that there's a purpose you got to follow, you got to listen to what God is telling you. I would highly recommend that you heed that warning, you heed that call, and you go forward with trusting in what your emotions, your instincts are telling you, okay? This is also about trusting your gut. With this Knight of Cups here, some of you guys are fearful of what your intuition is telling you. You're afraid that it's going to steer you in the wrong direction. You're not sure if doing the about face or following your life's purpose or that mission, following what your heart's telling you is actually going to be a good thing for you. But you see, there's the unknown here. There's like some fear of the unknown with regards to following your heart, especially if you're moving away from somebody who can't really commit to you right now, who can't be open with you right now. It's like, am I going to lose this person? Let me tell you, for those of you who are getting into a complex with this, if that person was meant for you, they'll come back, okay? But if God's telling you something, especially with like going through a huge transformation here, and reinventing yourself and really fully working on yourself in solitude and letting go of, you know, those things that are just not helping you right now, you know, with that fear, you have to overcome that. Because you have to understand what I said before is that God knows what is best for you, okay, Aries? God knows what is best for you. The universe is working. They're transpiring. They're angels. Everybody on your spirit team is trying to get you to say, to follow that guidance, to heed the call. Because you have a greater purpose here. And being in a romantic, you know, relationship is not it. It's not it, Aries. You were not you didn't incarnate on this planet to just like have romance and ride off into the sunset with someone and just, that's it. That's not why you're here. Okay? You're here to undergo some serious self-transformation processes and your ascension process, and for you to become who God has made you to be. And you don't know who that is yet, but that's okay, right? But if you're hanging around this person, you know they can't give back that love right now. This person is not going to determine who you are. You do that. But you have to go through that process. And there's like this, I'm feeling some of you, or at least one person here, they're very, very fearful of doing this. You're very fearful of looking deep within to see the shadow side of yourself, okay? To see the shadow side of what this connection, it really is. But you already know intuitively, Aries, what you need to be doing, okay? And this is something about following creative pursuit, whether it's music, art, you know, I'm hearing dance, something of a creative nature. If you're afraid of doing that, Scorpio, because I'm looking at this card. Somebody has strong Scorpio in their chart. If you're afraid of doing that, Aries, or you may be dealing with a Scorpio, what are you really afraid of? And I'm getting for somebody's fear of the unknown. You're not sure that this is going to be prosperous, lucrative, if you follow your passions, if you follow what your heart tells you to do, especially if you're following your artistic talents here. You're afraid that, you know, your creativity is going to get you nowhere. There's also something about sensitivities here, because the Knight of Cups and the positive side is a very sensitive individual, but not to the point where they become overly emotional and sensitive. This is like super emotions running high right here. You have to balance out those emotions. The shadow side of the Knight of Cups, his emotions go all over the place, and he's romanticizing everything that he walks into, and it creates a world of like distortion from him. It creates a world where he's not really understanding what he's supposed to be doing here in this earthly plane. All right, because he's letting his emotions drive everything. And when that happens, you go in for like a huge tailspin, and you can fall further to an abyss by doing that. All right. So overcome whatever fears these are. You know that something needs to end and something needs to be reborn. Again, this is major rebirth going on with Judgment and Death here, Aries. A significant phase is really major shifts are happening here. These are huge, profound changes. Huge, profound changes. And again, God's saying, are you listening to what I'm telling you? If not, I'm going to really kind of push you into where you need to be. And some of you may be fearful of who you're going to become after this. Let me tell you, when you go through that death rebirth process, the new person you become is going to be something incredible and magical. Again, with that magician energy. You're not going to recognize yourself after this, Aries. And you're going to really see who you were this whole time. And that's how you're going to feel. That freedom, that liberation. No more being caught into something that's pulling you back, that's keeping you from your blessings and all of this stuff. Free to do what I want any old time. Right? But just going with the flow and just trusting in what God is asking you to do. Okay? Let's see what the lesson here is. What lesson is Aries learning from this situation? I'm hearing trust your intuition. I mean, that is what the Knight of Cups is too. Trust following your heart, your gut. Queen of Cups energy too. There we go. The lesson, being rejected, being left out in the cold. Okay. Some of you continuously get it. Some of you are dealing with somebody who continues to leave you out in the cold. Maybe you're vulnerable with them, right? But they're not vulnerable with you. You help them out. You try to heal them with this Knight of Cups energy. You try to have them follow their heart, listening to what God is telling them, what their heart is telling them. But this person isn't really being receptive to that because this person doesn't know how to handle that. That's what I'm getting. Okay. There's also something about this Knight of Cups. You feel like because this person rejects you and it doesn't really see your worth, it's because they don't really have feelings for you. There's like a mask being worn here. That's what I'm getting. You're like, well, if somebody loves me as much, or someone who acts sweet one day and then goes back, you know, it's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of thing, and then they leave me out in the cold. It's kind of like, hey, let's go on a date, Aries, or let's hang out. Let's go out for drinks. And all of a sudden they cancel on you. Or they say, you know what? They say really nice things to you, very encouraged things to you, and then the person just flips on you. Okay? and then they leave you out. They reject you every time. But you're like, but wait a minute. There's this magic here. I thought this was my purpose. I thought this person, you know, was part of my, you know, or this person is my person. Why do they keep doing this? It's to get you to understand your worth here, Aries, if that's resonating with you. You're not a failure, all right? You have to stop thinking that you're not worthy when people reject you, when people leave you out in the cold, and it doesn't have to be with this one particular person who keeps doing this. Rejection is protection. I told you, God knows what is best for you, for everybody, Aries. So when things aren't working out in your favor, and it's like, I can't believe this, you know, like, why does this keep happening to me? All these, like, this is to get you to change that mentality, to change that mindset. If you feel that you're not worthy, if you're having self-pity for yourself, the woe is me energy, doubt, lack of self-confidence, you feel like you can't amount to anything, that nobody loves you, that nobody wants you, you will attract people who will treat you just how you are vibrating. So the lesson again here is you got to change your mindset. That's what I said with the Magician. You have to change your positive. You have to change your thoughts here. Because lack attracts lack. This is lack mentality. I don't have love. I can't get into a romantic partnership with this person. I can't, you know, I'm not finding these jobs that are fulfilling me. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm not rich enough. I'm not wealthy enough. I don't have this. Again, there's something about a huge sense of not having, or the longing for something. I want romance. I want true love. I want this. But what do you have? Do you have a roof over your head? I'm pretty sure you have a phone or a laptop if you're watching this reading. I'm pretty sure you have money to pay for your cell phone service and your internet service, right? You probably had something to eat today. You're probably going to have something to eat later. You get my drift, right, Aries? When you are focused on that lack mentality, whether it's not having the job that you want, not having the love that you want, you're attracting actually more of that into your life. And then you're casting out to the universe saying, I don't have this. I don't have this. I don't have this. I don't have this. When you have so many other things, and then God and the universe say, okay, Aries, well, we're going to give you more of that. If you can't appreciate what you have, how are we going to give you more? How are we going to double more than what you already have? You have to understand that you are enough and you are worthy of love. Somebody who is acting in this manner, that's just like they keep rejecting you or keep canceling on you. And it could be friends too, guys. It doesn't have to be a love interest. It could even be with jobs, right? Oh man, I thought this job was going to be it. And then, I don't know, somebody could have gotten laid off or something like that. But I put in all this time and I really enjoyed what I was doing. But you know what, guys? God cuts all the stuff out of our lives to prepare us for the new. It's that death card. It's the Judgment card. God's protecting you from something way worse happening or something that's not fulfilling. But again, if you're not paying attention to what God is trying to do, and let's say you get laid off, you get rejected by somebody, and you try to force your way back into it, you are going to cause yourself some major heartache if you do that. All right. If you want things to change, you have to be the change you wish to see. You have to get out of this mindset. And there is something for somebody, at least one person here, with following your heart's desires, what you are passionate about, what you want to do with your life's purpose. There's something here about thinking that it's not going to make you money, or it's not going to get you out of some sort of financial hardship. I'm hearing doom and gloom or something like that. that it's not going to bring you material fulfillment or emotional fulfillment in the end. But that's the illusion with the Eight of Swords. You're actually deceiving yourself by thinking that I said watch your thoughts. I said doom and gloom and crisis. This is exactly what the Eight of Swords is. Negative thinking. You're putting yourself into your own mental prison here, Aries. Watch your thoughts, because the situation that you're in, you're fine. You're not tied up. You're not bound. You're not trapped. You're not stuck. Things aren't stuck. There's a higher purpose to whatever it is that you're going through right now. Again, this mentality of Eight of Swords, it's going to attract more negative things into your life. I cannot emphasize that enough, Aries, with watching your thoughts. Okay? Your thoughts do become things. Let go of this paralyzing fear of making that decision that you know you need to make in order for you to move forward, in order for things to profoundly change in your life. This eclipse is really pushing this towards you. And again, they're telling me to tell you, this has to be decided on before the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio on the 16th, because that eclipse is going to really push you into some major shifts. And it may be a little bit, I'm hearing devastating. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here, but I channel what my guides want to channel. You cannot have dark without light. I'm not unicorns and rainbows all the time. There's always dark and light, right? It's like, look at this card. There's like darkness, you know, low vibrational energy with this. And then there's high vibrational. Everything's fine with her. So it's your choice. Either you continue to think that things are like doom and gloom and you're in a crisis and it's like, oh my God, I'm stuck, I'm trapped, I can't move, I can't do this, I'm afraid. Or you're going to be in this energy like, you know what? I'm just fine. Everything is just fine. Look what's after that, the Fool card. Again, with the being carefree, the liberation right here. You're either going to free yourself from this or you're going to continue to be in Eight of Swords energy. It's all up to you, Aries, not anybody else. This whole illusion of like, oh, things, woe is me, I'm a victim. This keeps happening to me and this is going to trigger some of you. Did you allow it to happen? Did somebody continuously break your heart? This is the heartbreaker. Continuously cancel things on you. Continuously not give you back the love that you gave them. Did you keep chasing them? Did you keep thinking that something was going to change if you just continuously gave to them and showered them with your love and they didn't give anything back to you, that they were just going to wake up? No, you're the one who needs to wake up, Aries. Not that person. That person has to go through their own ascension process, their own healing process. You have to do your own. And this person is not going to handhold you either. So you have to get out of this mindset. God's telling you to take back your power. Because some of you are giving your power away too much. You have the power and the ability to get out of this situation. You are not a victim. You have to learn how to be the victor and not the victim. It's your choice. And with the forgiveness, you got to forgive yourself for allowing somebody to take your power away. And don't beat yourself up fully for that, Aries. We all go through this. This is part of your self-transformation process of understanding, okay, you know what? I need to take my power back. I got to stop feeling like sad and stuff when I get rejected by people and feeling like I'm not worthy. No, you have to embody that, the Emperor, the Empress energy, so that you can attract people who won't do this to you. There's too much low vibrational energy here, Aries. You have to come out of that. And it's you and you alone who's going to change your love life, change your career, you know, having a lot more happiness in your life as opposed to having 5 of Pentacles in your life. That key is there. You don't even have the energy or the determination to get up and walk over and walk out the door. God has already given you this. That is your personal power right there. You've always had it within you. You just have to use it. You have the ability to free yourself from this. It's you and you alone. Nobody is going to do that for you. Let's see what your guidance is. What guidance do we have for Aries? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians. Oh, we have the vegetarian card. A new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health, clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities. Okay, so that's interesting that that card came out. Bottom of the deck is the Sun card. Your son is watched over and protected as he explores his world. Some of you may actually literally have a child or actually have a son. This is not going to resonate with everybody, so don't get hung up on that. Remember, take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else. Keep your unhealthy ego in check and make sure you're honest with yourself. I totally forgot to say that at the beginning, but it is what it is. Some of you actually literally have a son. Some of you are a little bit worried about the well-being of your kid. Whether it's a daughter or son, doesn't matter, but this is significant. I will read the book like I always do. Okay. This is also about inner child. Some of you may have been rejected as a child. Okay. Abandoned as a child. This is abandonment. Fear of abandonment issues. Okay. This is a huge thing that some of you need to learn. Trust me, I know, because I went through this too. Being rejected over and over again. It started in my own childhood, Aries. And it led me to continuously run into that same thing until I finally pulled myself out of that. All right. And with the vegetarian card, see that butterfly with transformation? Some of you are being asked to literally change your diet. Some of you, there's also a health issue here. This is an illness, okay? Some of you may not be eating, sleeping. With regards to the situation, that has to stop because you're going to attract more of that and you can very well get yourself to some big trouble here, okay? Others of you, there may be like overspending or something. Or you're feeling, you're buying things to fill a void to make you feel worthy, to make you feel like something, to make you feel beautiful, to make you feel handsome, to make you feel like, you know, oh, I have to dress this certain way, so I'm going to buy all this stuff and drive this car and have these clothes and whatever and live this lifestyle. It could be that for somebody. Filling a void with material things isn't going to help anything here, Aries, if that's you. Remember, that's not going to be for everybody. So if that's the case, you got to make healthier choices. And for some of you, this is literal. I talked about more energy. Stop doing the things that are depleting you of your energies here. It's going to give you more clarity. Right now, you're 8 of Swords. You're having an issue with these dark thoughts. Your mental state is not healthy right now for some of you, okay? We need to change that. You guys need to change that. I'm going to read the vegetarian card. Again, death and rebirth. You have to stop doing things that don't serve you, that are not for your highest good, that are not healthy. Vegetarian. The fairies know that fresh garden food is the healthiest and most natural way to live. You're guided to follow the fairies' wisdom and eat lots of vegetables, fruits, legumes, and nuts, especially the organic variety. This card validates your feelings to eat a more vegetarian or even a vegan diet. This shift in your eating patterns will yield positive changes such as clearer thinking, increased psychic abilities, and more energy. Ask the fairies to assist you with this change, and they'll gladly do so, including helping your own garden to yield a bumper crop of produce. Additional meanings are: a health or behavioral concern is dietary related. Eliminate chemicals from your diet. Detoxify. Pray over your food prior to eating it. Do some research, such as reading, consulting a nutritionist, or taking a class about balancing your diet with more vegetables and fruits. Transition to a raw food diet. Encourage your children to eat more organic, fresh fruits and vegetables. Oh, well, there's children mentioned in there. That may be for like one person here with the sun card at the bottom of the deck. All right. But again, that's not going to be applicable to everybody. That sun card for me is more about your inner child healing. Okay. Something about abandonment issues and being rejected ever since you were a kid. So we're going to look at the sun card. Your question involves your son or a male who is like a son to you. Perhaps you've been worried about him or have felt a call to help him in some way. This card validates your intuitive feelings and asks you to take action in that direction. The fairies want you to know that your son is safe, happy, and watched over. Give any worries to them so that healing can occur. Additional meanings are: you are pregnant with or will adopt a boy. Your life purpose involves helping children. A son in heaven is letting you know that he's happy and sends his love. Another person's son needs your help right now. You love caring for a male pet who's like a son to you. You may receive a message from or about a parent if you are male. So take whatever sticks out to you guys. That is your message. We're also going to see what else Spirit has for you. What other guidance do we have for Aries? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you. You're on the right path. The way ahead is clear and true. You've chosen the right path for you. See, if you were doubting you're on the right path, guys, you're on the right path. Especially if you're dealing with somebody with this unrequited love, but you feel something here. There's like a shift changing, but you have to make that decision. Either you walk away from this person who's treating you like this, or you stay in this and you continue to repeat your patterns. But if you were doubting if you were on the right path, there it is right there. Okay? Practice. After a while, you'll dance on air. Practice makes perfect. You're almost there. See? Some of you are doubting if you're on the right path. I'm telling you, rejection's protection. That's something I had to learn, guys. And you know, when things happen and I'm like, okay, well, that didn't work out. All right, I know what God has for me. Let me tell you, when I started to see it that way, and then things would come up later in life, I was like, oh my God, that's why that happened. It's the most amazing thing when you really have that type of vision, or you understand that better. So you're almost there, okay? Play. Step outside and feel the sun, breathe the air, play, have some fun. This could very well be with the sun card. Being playful, being childlike, tap into your inner child. All right. I'm also getting another message. I'll tell you that in a minute. Keep going. The world at times is big and loud, but we'll make sure you're safe and sound. Look, you guys, you're almost there. Keep going. Continue to play. Continue to raise your vibration, okay? Like, don't be in these energies. So there's another message that I'm getting from here. God is judging this situation right here, whether it's with a job or with your person, okay? There is a huge change happening, a huge, profound changes, new beginnings. You're about to embark on a completely new phase of your journey, like I was saying. Because for those of you who are ready, you are in alignment. You are working your Dharma, your highest purpose. You've learned your lessons about self-worth and, you know, being left out in the cold and not being a victim. All right? You've learned all that stuff. You took your power back. You started to follow your gut and your intuition from now on. There's a person coming here with an offer of love. It's an invitation to an event, to a date, on a romantic trip. Every time I look at this card, this person has planned something quite significant for you, some sort of date. All right, maybe you're going to go by the water. You're going to be on a romantic trip somewhere by the beach or something. This person's got a letter with the basket, with the wine and the grapes, all that good stuff. He's got a stallion there. Maybe he has tattoos. He's got wings on his shoes, okay, which is telling me that he is being guided by the angels to do this, that he now has more faith in his higher self, in God, in the angels, in supporting him with coming with this offer, okay? This person is now ready to be vulnerable. Could very well give you flowers. I'm hearing for those of you who are mothers, they may give you flowers for Mother's Day, okay? Don't get caught up in that, because that could be for one person, all right? But that's what I heard. And this individual wants to express their emotions. They're going to wear their heart on their sleeves, and they're going to be telling you a lot of stuff, a lot of truths here. They're ready to be vulnerable, and they really want to talk to you about this, but over a really nice setting is what I'm hearing, okay? And that's going to be a huge turn of events with this Judgment card, because now that this person's ready to do this, you know, you're probably wondering, holy cow, like, I didn't think anything was going to come of the situation. And now it shifts, right? God is coming into this. And with this Vegetarian card, they want you to make sure that you're still in a high vibrational state, right? Make sure that your inner child is taken care of. And again, with that play card, stay playful, stay in that energy where it's like, okay, I'm going to continue to, you know, keep my vibe high and do fun things and stuff like that. Because again, you're on the right path. You're almost there, okay? Keep going, because this person, or it could even be a job offer, this is going to happen, all right? As long as you're still in alignment with your higher self and you have that liberated feeling, right? You're in that playful mode. You've healed your inner child. You have overcome those lessons about self-worth and doubt and things like that. And dealing with rejection, okay? That rejection's protection. I know, again, for me, that was a hard thing for me to learn, and that was God to get me to understand practically everything that this reading was talking about, all right? So stay on the path, all right? Looks can be deceiving, all right? Get out of that mental stuff. Get your head out of this. Trust in what your heart's telling you. And I know that's hard. Trust me. All right, let's see what's going on with love and relationships for you. Keep going, Aries. You're almost there. All right. For those of you, you know you need to make that decision. If you got to walk away from this person who is not giving back to you what you're giving to them, and they keep canceling on you, or they're not able to be vulnerable, it's time for you to start your journey towards healing and awakening. Heartbroken card came out. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling loss, grieving, mourning. Yeah, see what I talked about, the heartbreak here? All right, you're heartbroken with this individual, or you're heartbroken about, you know, your love life really isn't where you want it to be. But all the cards are saying you have to keep going on your path. You have to be optimistic. Be careful. Like I said, watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts, okay? So with the boat card at the bottom of the deck, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. So some of you need to move on from this heartbreak. That's why I was saying, those of you who are dealing with a person who keeps breaking your heart, or a job situation that keeps like making you feel heartbroken, unfulfilled, you got to move. Move on from this, because there's something better. Okay, there is something better. Now, again, if you're in these energies, this is like energy of Five of Pentacles. Grieving, mourning, hurt, sad, like you're not doing anything about it. You have to get away from these energies, because the more you stay in this, the more of that you're going to attract. Okay, it's too low vibrational for the blessings to come in. That's why some of you need to move from it. You want closure from this person, but that's because for some of you, you need to do your part. You have to start living your life's purpose. and learning how to forgive and really waking up to that call that God's telling you. I don't want you to be in this energy, Aries. I want you to move forward because I have bigger, better things for you. Because God wants to give you what you need, not what you want. I said that. The others of you, you're going to get closure. There is progress being made with regards to separation. All right. So for the other group of you, for those of you who've done that work, if you're feeling happy-go-lucky and playful and you're feeling liberated right now, this message is for you. The ones who are still heartbroken, this in your heart space cannot bring about harmonious sacred union with your person, or it can bring about true love or anything of love of that matter, or like the healthy love, I should say. So for those of you who are in these high vibrational energies, there's huge progress here in this connection. You're moving away from separation. That's why it says, you know, keep going. All right? You're almost there. You're on the right path. This is going to shift for you. For the others of you who've been doing your work, you're moving away from separation here. You're going to get that closure and you're going to receive what you need, and that is true unconditional love. All right? There's also going to be a discussion about forgiveness here, having heart-to-heart conversations. With this arriving, I'm hearing that, yeah, see what I talked about water and the beach? You may actually literally be going on a boat or something with a boat with a trip or something like that. Okay, that's for somebody specific. This person's arriving, okay? And you're going to get what you needed from them. And it wasn't just like the romance, because that's not what you needed. You needed somebody who was following their own heart, who was trusting their emotions and their intuitions, who can be vulnerable, who's not afraid of being sensitive, okay? Someone who can give you the unconditional love, which is what the Knight of Cups gives. It's what you needed. You didn't need the romance, okay? You needed something way more than that. And for those of you who've learned this, this person is coming to heal this now. Not that you still have a broken heart, because if you still have a broken heart, you're not ready for harmonious sacred union. You're not ready for this Knight of Cups to come in. What I'm saying is that you guys are going to be healing together. Because this person, this person's also moving on from feeling deeply hurt because they rejected you all the time, or, you know, whatever this is. They don't want to be in separation anymore. So this person's moving away from this because they felt this too, and they're like, I have to do something about it. Okay. They're saying I have to do something about it, and look what's behind that. It's the twin flame card. Union, duality, coupling, complement each other. So union, yes, you guys are moving towards union. For sure. For those of you who are in that high vibrational state, okay, you've learned your lessons with this connection. The others of you, you are in this type of connection. This is about finding balance. This is the yin-yang stuff. You have to get into that Zen mode if you want this person to actually, you know, express how they feel, or just express their truth. That's what I get with that Knight of Cups right there. It's not just about feelings. I say truth with that too. Okay? Some of you are being too yin instead of yang, is what I'm getting. Well, love calls at the top. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you, and letting you know. There you go. That person is going to come in. But there's also, you're dealing with the person whose fear of being intimate, fear of being vulnerable, listening to the ego, running. All right? Because there's too much codependency here. Some of you know that there's too much codependency in this connection. You cannot be codependent if you want like a harmonious connection to manifest. All right. So let's see what this solar eclipse, this new moon solar eclipse is bringing you, Aries. What is this new moon solar eclipse in Taurus bringing Aries? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. A personal issue reaches resolution, the full moon in Cancer. Surrender to the divine, the full moon. Wow. Bottom of the deck is a new romantic cycle begins, the new moon in Libra. So some of you, this is actually going to be the case. I always read the cards, so whatever sticks out to you is your message. And remember to be honest with yourself with this. Full moon in Cancer. Things are likely to get very heated as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign, so there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to the other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds a time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. Yeah, there's something about for somebody here, at least one person, there's something with their son or their kid. This card also suggests that both that a domestic matter or a private issue will soon come to a head and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is a time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. It may be best to move forwards with what you want in a sideways manner. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. That's codependency. Stop sulking. Have you had enough time, family time lately? The heightened emotions of the Moon-Cancer combination can't be ignored. However, Cancer is one of the Moon's 2 home signs. So astrologically speaking, the Moon loves to be in this sign. In fact, she rules Cancer. This means that with this card, there's a sense that all is as it should be, or don't worry, all will soon be well. And now we have a full moon. 2 full moons now. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed, but it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface no matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, and this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. I am getting the answers I need. A wish you made may be about to come true. It's make or break time. That's what I was saying at the beginning. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. I talked about emotions running high with that Death card and the Knight of Cups and the Shadow sense. Be careful with those emotions. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. That's what we talked about with the Judgment card. It's time to let go of the past and move on. We talked about that too. The full moon marks the climax of the lunar cycle, making this card something of a power card. The full moon is often the time when answers are given to questions and asked during the new moon, and pulling this card at any time in the lunar cycle suggests answers will be coming your way before too long. And I'm getting answers from the universe. God is going to be giving you the answers. You may not necessarily be getting answers from this person or something. It could be that, but for others of you, it's getting answers from God is what I heard. All right, now we have the new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning, and if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. And anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever's at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. Reach out to someone and let them know you care. Feel more, think less. Marriage or engagement is on the cards. I talked about a proposal, right? A legal matter will go your way. Pay attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. Libra is the sign of love and harmony, negotiation, and relationships. It is harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So when we have the new moon in Libra, there's a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium. So this, for some of you, well, no, it's for all of you. either this eclipse here, guys, this solar eclipse in Taurus is going to bring about equilibrium, whether you are on your path or not, or it's going to really put you on your path or get you back on your path. For those of you who've been on the path, it's bringing a balance between you and your person, okay? I'm hearing there's been unfinished business for some of you, and the universe is actually helping this. It's like bringing both of you back together. Again, with that Judgment card, it's Judgment Day. All right? Either you're going to get your significant rewards for staying on your path, or this is really about to get you, move away from this person who continues to break your heart or whatever, or all these disappointments here, and really focus on your self-transformation process, your healing process, okay? And start waking up to the truths, facing your demons, your fears, and really taking the path less traveled, and that's that path towards your destiny, towards your life's purpose, okay? So I also got another message while I was reading A New Romantic Cycle Begins here. This is for somebody. Now, this doesn't mean that this won't happen, okay, or this message isn't for you. Remember, take what resonates, but I'm getting a very strong message from Spirit that if your midheaven is in Aries in the 10th, that's usually the 10th. If your midheaven is in Aries, this is a very strong message for you, okay, to really pay attention to this. If your midheaven is in Aries, that means whatever was channeled here is a very, very strong indication that whatever was conveyed here is actually your reality, or is going to be the case. I'm also hearing for this proposal or this date, whatever, you are going to reach that resolution, right? You are going to move on from this. You are going to have that heart-to-heart conversation. There is something about maybe you were worried about your son or a child. That's going to be okay. Maybe the health of your child you're concerned about. They're okay. There's somebody who's going to come in offering you some sort of help with your child or with your son. But there is a very strong indication of union. We saw the twin flame card when this person comes in. I don't know why they keep telling me this, but for whoever has midheaven in Aries, that whoever this person is, you've really been on your path, and they're pretty much guaranteeing, and I don't like saying that, wow, Spirit, that's a big word. They're guaranteeing that union is going to happen because you have done your part. You have done your part in whatever God has asked you to do. You've been obedient, you've been patient, you've been following your purpose. So that's for somebody specific. Again, even if you don't have midheaven in Aries, this does not mean that this reading isn't for you, okay? I want to make that clear. But they wanted me to get that out for whoever that needed to hear that. So hopefully this reading helps you, Aries. If you have any questions about this reading or anything in general, please reach out to me. My email's in the description box. You go to CapellaWellness.com. There's plenty of ways to get in contact with me there. If you would like a personal reading or a live coaching session or even a live tarot reading, I do those too. You just type in the box whether you want a coaching session or a particular reading live. Or if you want to purchase a tarot reading package where you save money if you book multiple readings and you get a free bonus reading from that, check out the description box below or go to CapellaWellness.com and explore the site there for that stuff, all right? Okay, Aries, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.